Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump was awarded two major victories. There's a CNN article below in the description section. Supreme Court says Arizona limits don't violate Voting Rights Act. The reason that Major League Baseball, and I have a whole segment on that on my live stream today. So every day, the first segment I do will be a live stream. I'll have a live stream tomorrow by around 3 p.m. Pacific. Be there. I'll be doing a live stream every single day from here on out. And that'll be the first thing I do on this channel. Hit subscribe, by the way, to this channel. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. And I talk about this on my live stream today, which is doing very well, by the way. Major League Baseball moved its All-Star game because they viewed Georgia's laws as restricting the right to vote. Nothing could be further from the truth. The laws are constitutional. They are not unconstitutional because the Supreme Court has ruled that laws within Arizona and laws throughout the country that set protocols and regulations. Democrats have no problem with protocols and regulations. They live their lives based on a worship, a reverence of government regulations. But laws within Georgia and other states that are meant to promote integrity, let's say, of the vote count, so you don't have a New York mayoral contest or a 2016 DNC primary, those laws are not unconstitutional. So President Trump was awarded a huge victory there. Then the Supreme Court ended the Mueller probe. Law.com. That article will be below. House bid for Mueller grand jury info fizzles out at U.S. Supreme Court. If you read those two articles below, this has been a fantastic week for President Trump. Not a good week for Alan Weisselberg because he committed the atrocious and really horrendous act of accepting tuition payments through Trump's corporation, which I don't know how, New York prosecutors are going after Trump after they spent 4 years, plus over 4 years, saying he worked with Russia. They couldn't find anything, so then they said, well, he engaged in deceiving Deutsche Bank. Well, that didn't work out. Then they said he had insurance schemes to deceive insurance companies. Well, that didn't work out. Then they said his perks and benefits to employees within the Trump organization were criminal because they didn't notify the IRS. Okay. Why didn't the IRS, his returns, Weisselberg's returns should have been then viewed by the IRS, and the Internal Revenue Service should have said something. But New York prosecutors, not because they're politically motivated. Of course, they're completely apolitical and focused on the rule of law. Needed Trump's tax returns for what? The whole point was that he worked with Russia, which was a tinfoil hat fantasy that never happened. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. We're on our way, ladies and gentlemen, to 183,000 subs. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some socialists, the self-described socialists or whatever they view themselves to be, who are facing a discrimination lawsuit that nobody's talking about. But anyway, if you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below in the pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, be here tomorrow at around 3 p.m. Pacific for my live stream. The live stream was awesome today. We had a lot of fun. We have the best moderators. The chat is great, and it's just a fun time. We approached 500 viewers. We didn't get to 500. We were almost there. And that's a lot of viewers, live viewers for a channel of my size. So hit subscribe right now to this channel and be here tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the live stream. But he was awarded two major victories And they're trying to ruin the lives of anyone associated with Trump. So that's what they've been trying to do for a long time. But when you look at political victories, the entire American political establishment has been leveled against one man, the Orange Menace, the Orange Monster. The entire American political establishment has been leveled and is focused on stopping one man from running in 2024 because they just couldn't stand the record low unemployment. It's a fact. Trump's America was a better place than Biden's America. I'm not like, if you want to use the phrase Biden's America or Trump's America, look what's taking place now. Look how what life is about now. We have inflation. We have inflationary concerns. We didn't have that with President Trump. And don't put things into context, because you never put anything into context with Trump. It was all his fault. It was anything good was President Obama's the result of a previous administration. Anything bad was his administration. No ifs, ands, or buts. So, but just look right now. There's no emphasis on economic growth. Let's just say, even if you want to give President Biden the benefit of the doubt, where's the emphasis on economic growth? They talk about wealth inequality. Bernie Sanders, I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. What AOC and Bernie and others do, it's like this giant racket where they talk about inequality and they preside, or their policies promote, the most unequal outcomes. Trump's tax cuts, according to the Dallas Federal Reserve, increased GDP substantially. Okay? And I put the article within the description section a couple segments ago. Trump's tax cuts increased GDP. We had record low unemployment. We had record highs in the stock market, but forget about the stock market. I mean, unless you're Kelly Loeffler or Richard Burr or Dianne Feinstein, and you sell stocks right after a classified briefing, well, they're not even investigated for that. There's nothing that Trump has done that's worse than that. Forget about Clinton and private servers with top secret intel. They had, speaking of the economy, which is in the tubes, which is in the toilet now, and a stagnant economy with inflationary concerns, crime soaring, they had, they sold stocks right before the market downturn. And they did so right immediately after a classified briefing. Do you think maybe there was something wrong there? You think maybe there was an issue with insider trading? Maybe? But see, again, they weren't investigated for that. They were, I guess, maybe the authorities looked into it and said, nah, everything's fine. But Trump paid for his CFO's grandchildren's tuition, and you better believe, justice is blind, and the rule of law is what counts. It has nothing to do with just retribution against the Orange Menace for actually defeating Clinton. But you look at the two Americas, President Trump, he presided over record low unemployment. Wealth inequality was decreasing under Trump. That's a fact. You could look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics during President Trump. Look at the people who, wages were increasing at a faster rate than in decades. And wages were increasing for people, especially without a college degree and just a high school diploma. You could have looked at the Bureau of Labor Statistics during President Trump's administration, and you could see, before the pandemic, you could see what was going on. It was amazing. And then Democrats gleefully shut down all of life because science, which only funneled people into locations like, convenience stores and grocery stores and other locations. You didn't really stop life. You just funneled people into certain areas of the city or certain buildings, convenience stores, not restaurants, grocery stores, Costco. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here at 3 p.m. tomorrow Pacific. I'll have a live stream, and it'll be a lot of fun. This is 2 major victories, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe.